Spring. A time for rebirth, renewal, and new clothes. So why not head over to our Teespring store, where you can support some smaller artists to bring some great designs to life. Our diamond shirts, cartoons are cool, player select, and so much more. So many shirts. We know you have spring fever. We know you want one of these shirts. Go check them out. Link in the description. Now on to the video. Welcome back to Mini Mayhem. I'm Vox, and with Star vs. the Forces of Evil only having 3 episodes left, I don't think everything's gonna go down exactly the way it seems at this current point in time. I mean, do you guys really see Mina Loveberry and some makeshift Solarian warriors as the final antagonist? Does Mina Loveberry scream final antagonist? I won't lie. The end of Ready, Aim, Fire had me on the edge of my seat. In that moment, I actually was a little bit terrified of Mina Loveberry. Well, if that was Mina in the armor. She had 0 dialogue. All I'm saying is, if we know there's going to be other Solarian warriors, and if Mina, someone who is known to converse in the heat of battle, doesn't have a single line of dialogue when she's this close to getting rid of Glossaryck and Eclipsa, yeah, something might be up. But that's not the focus of this theory. No. I want to linger on another hypothetical twist, something that might have been alluded to in Mama Star. And that's the concept of a dark wand, a second wand, being created and somehow utilized in the final battle. Now you may be thinking,
yo, Vox man, you crazy.
And yeah, we kind of already did the 2 wand situation with Ludo all the way back in season 2, but that doesn't mean they can't take a similar concept and give it different execution this time around. Now, why the episode Mama Star? What in that episode could possibly correlate to the idea of a dark wand? Well, a certain character who's gotten a lot of screen time and focus may actually be the one to turn the tides in the climax of the show. Janna or Donia? Janna. Weird, creepy, sadistical Janna. I'm surprised this season actually went and made her a pretty vital character. Showing up on Muni out of the blue, I thought, oh, okay, the storyboarders just want to use her again. They miss good old Janna and they want to bring her back. But then she ended up being the key factor in revealing that humans actually came from Earth. Humans used to be humans. Janna went into the realm of magic and wound it up on Muni. That's a pretty loaded plot point to stem from someone who was mainly a joke character. Not saying Janna's a joke, but she's often used for comic relief. So I'm thinking she's here in the climax of the series on Muni for a reason. That her vital role in the story will continue until the very end. You see, there was another seemingly one-off joke in Mama Star that I think will actually have more significance down the road. If the episode is still fresh in your head, you may recall the scene where Janna stumbles upon all of these baby mill horses, corrupted by dark magic due to consuming a pool of it. This moment in particular was mainly used to illustrate how the realm of magic is going right back down the drainer. Toffee did a number on it, Stark fixed it, and now, assumably because of Eclipsa's dark spells, the realm of magic is back at it again. Yet, out of all of these mill horses, there was one that stood out of the batch, one that could have made its way towards Muni. You see, Janna revealed that a teeny tiny mill horse was underneath her beanie. Once again, seemingly a one-off joke, but we never see that mill horse escape Janna. So as far as we're concerned, it's still under her hat, still probably very angry and hellbent on destruction just like the other dark mill horses. Now the size of this mill horse may be a determining factor. Let's examine how wands are created in the world of Star vs. the Forces of Evil. In the episode Meteor's Lesson, we actually see Glossaryck create the magic wand. Although no batteries from Questby are required, Glossaryck simply takes Meteor's rattle, floats over to the pool of magic the Mumin pilgrims find themselves surrounded by, scoops up a baby mill horse, similar to the one Star created at the end of the episode Toffee, placed that bad boy into a rattle, and boom, the very first wand. So if Glossaryck did that once, who's to say he won't do it again? By the end of Ready, Aim, Fire, Janna is currently in the Monster Temple with Globgor, Meteora, and Glossaryck, all whilst Eclipsa finds herself in a pickle, unable to properly combat against this Solarian warrior. The episode concluding with Eclipsa throwing up a shield that begins to crack. Judging by the synopsis for the very next episode, the right way, Eclipsa may actually lose against Mina Lupberry and be imprisoned. The synopsis reads Star, Ponyhead, Seahorse, Kelly, Rich Pigeon, Jorby, Talon, and Quirky all arrive to bail out Eclipsa. However, bail out may not actually mean bail out of prison, but bail her out of this sticky situation and help combat against her. However, if this is the case, I can't really see this just being 11 minutes of fighting against a Solarian warrior. I mean, I would love that, it's very anime, but these are going to be the final 3 episodes. The plot has to move rather quickly, and either way, something bad may happen to either Eclipsa or the wand. After all, that's something we know about Eclipsa. She never learned to dip down. She is not experienced in wandless magic, so if you take the wand away from Eclipsa, that's it. Unless her family is moments away from death, I don't think she would be able to dip down. So let's say something does happen to her wand, only for her to be supplied with another wand. A more powerful wand. A darker wand. That some way, somehow, that teeny tiny mill horse is placed in another object, assumably another rattle. Glossaryck does his thing, and bada bing, bada boom, Eclipsa has a brand new wand. A truly dark wand, powered by the dark magic in the realm of magic. Now, Glossaryck could warn, hey now, if you use this wand, it might taint you. It's much more powerful than the other one, but Eclipsa, panicked and not listening to reason, completely disregards Glossaryck, using this dark wand to defend herself and goes completely out of control, leaving the final antagonist to be magic itself, which could leave the original wand to be reclaimed by Star. Or maybe the dark wand itself ends up in Star's hands. After all, Star has gotten a new wand, or at least a new look to her wand, every single season. With this season, she doesn't have any wand. And yeah, that in itself could qualify as the new wand. But I think it would be cool for the climax of this series to give Star a new wand one final time. Whether if it's reclaiming the old one and it achieves a new form, or she takes the dark wand and it transforms into a look that suits Star's taste. After all the way back in season 2 when magic was on the fritz, Star did seem to get a grasp on negative magic, magic that relies on negative emotion. And because of how that arc played out, it never really had any payoff. Using positive magic and negative magic in tandem never saw a great payoff. However, it could finally happen here. The existence of a dark wand could also pave the way for the destruction of magic. What would happen when good and evil collide, when both sides harbor an equal power? For a while now, I've been thinking in the back of my head that this could actually be the conclusion of Star versus the forces of evil. Magic being removed from existence entirely. Yes, there are a lot of good things you can do with magic, but as we've seen, there's also a lot of bad things you can do with magic, like the spell of no name, something Eclipsa could pull out in the heat of battle. After all, in this current point in time, she does find herself against the ropes. She's pulled out nearly every offensive spell she could against this warrior, but nothing is working. Nothing except that heinous spell. Ultimately, they may come to the conclusion that magic shouldn't exist at all, and should this happen, Toffee would get what he wanted, which would validate Darren FC's statement that Toffee is someone who isn't wrong, but he goes about things the wrong way. I may have a longer discussion and theory about the erasure of magic closer to the finale. Yet there's one more candidate I'd like to touch on: Marco Diaz. What if this hypothetical dark wand ends up in the hands of Marco? I mean, the wand he did have was already kind of sinister. I speculated countless of times he could be Mumin. I mean, after all, his sister's name is Spanish for butterfly, although Mumins were once human, so that'd be kind of just so many layers of weird and kind of meta. That in itself was kind of like the reverse Marco is Mumin twist. And there's also Marco's cheek marks, which briefly appeared at the end of Booth Buddies when Star grabbed the photo. They said that this final season would tie all loose ends in the series. Yeah, the appearance of Marco's wand, his cheek marks. I am very suspicious that none of that appeared in Curse of the Blood Moon. So what if they were saving all of that for this moment, for the final battle? Or maybe none of this will happen and I'm just crazy. But as always, what do you guys think? Will a dark wand be created? And if so, who who will wield it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet your thoughts at Roundtable Vids. And for more of my own thoughts, you can find me at Fox. We're also on Instagram. Help the Roundtable grow by either becoming a member of this channel or supporting us over at Patreon. Link in the description. If you enjoyed this video, please sort a like and subscribe to the Roundtable for more great cartoon content. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. Fox signing out.